Hey, how's it going, guys? Now that Christmas is done and there's a bunch of new players in the population, I wanted to give some tips for a lot of the newer guys out there, and likewise also those who've maybe been away for a while and want to catch back up with their power grind. These tips won't be about things as obvious as your daily challenges or weekly milestones, because those are already on your map, but it is something that is a little bit more obscure but not hidden. We're going to talk about the prime engrams you can get just kind of at random, either between or preferably before your milestones each week. If you look in your menu, you can look at the very top left of your screen, and you can see that there's a section that usually lists buffs or debuffs. It's got like little triangles or symbols, and I'll zoom into this right here on my screen here, and you'll notice that says Prime Attunement Buff. What this does is it allows you to get what's called Prime Engrams. These are just like little small drops of power. It's not going to give you massive upgrades of power. It's going to be like a +1 or +3 of your average power. So depending on which piece you get, it could be helpful or it could just be nothing. But you do want to farm these, if possible, each day. But even if you can't do it every day, at least doing it a couple of times a week is pretty helpful, because a few of these will go a long way. If you look at the buff, it actually lists two main sources of getting these engrams. Number one is Crucible Matches, and the other one is challenging enemies. Now, unfortunately, in Crucible Matches, you're not going to just kill a Guardian and have him crap out an engram. Instead, you're going to have to get them at the very end of the match. So it's about how many matches you can complete in a certain given time. So as far as that's concerned, I would not go there to farm engrams unless maybe Mayhem is up for that week, but outside of that, I wouldn't really even touch it for farming. Instead, the focus should be on farming challenging enemies, because you can spin the wheel a lot faster with them than on PvP. Now, before we get into the efficient and fast strategies to farm these, it should be mentioned that if there's a method that is more fun, even if it is less lucrative or less fruitful, then you're better off just doing that, because even the best, most efficient methods of farming still take hours to get several engrams in a row. But if you do like to farm, or you're that desperate, here's what you need to do. The currently known fastest, or at least most efficient method of farming, in my opinion, is the engine room in the Leviathan. I think that's actually going to be a lot more efficient if you can get in there. The problem that I see here, and this is the problem that a lot of new guys are going to be running into, is that it's kind of a hassle to get to. You can't just walk into there. You need to know the code, which is 153246, in case you didn't know. You got to know the code. You got to go and enter the code, and if you're solo, you got to be kind of quick to put it in there. So if you're quick, then go ahead and put it in there. I'm not going to include any footage of that in this video, just because, honestly, like I said, it's kind of a hassle to get to. I don't really feel like doing that. So I would prefer a blend of enough fun to not want to pull my eyes out of my head, but also fruitful enough to warrant doing it. So if the engine room in the Leviathan is not an option for you, a very close second, in my opinion, is the first bridge of the Leviathan. When you first spawn in there, there's a bridge and you're facing these 8 yellow bar enemies. All of those guys have a decent chance of dropping an engram. It might take you a while, like I said. Even the best methods take a long time. But this is the method that I feel the most comfortable doing, because number one, my kills can't be stolen. I'm dealing with only yellow bar enemies. I'm in a very low risk encounter because I'm so far away, and it'll take them like a bajillion years to get to me. So I have plenty of time to go and snipe them again if I have to, or even pull out my primary, my grenades, or whatever I want, and deal with them as they're walking up to me. And the big guys up top never even jump off of that one step, so you're pretty much good to go if you have a couple of really good, strong snipers on you. One of which should definitely always be the Whisper or a Darcy. The other one should be a high-impact sniper like maybe a Bite of the Fox, a Gentleman's Vagabond, or anything else that you happen to have in your inventory that is pretty strong and has a good punch. Now, if that method doesn't really feel fun or doesn't really make you want to go and do it, the other things you can go out there and try are lost sectors, especially the ones in the Dreaming City, because there are some that actually have multiple yellow bars, so you can go and farm those pretty well. You can also go and farm, like I said before, Blind Well, and you can even go into Escalation Protocol on Mars and farm that, because there's a lot of yellow bars in that activity as well too. I hope this helps. Happy hunting, and I'll see you guys next time.